Ever feel like your own worst enemy? Trapped in cycles of distraction, procrastination, and self-sabotage? What if ancient monk secrets could free you? These masters of self-mastery wield habits as weapons against chaos, transforming weakness into unshakable power. As Buddha warned, rule your mind or it will rule you. Discover how their timeless practices build ironclad discipline that unlocks true freedom. Stop surviving. Start commanding your life. Your journey to unstoppable self-control begins now. Understanding self-mastery. What does it truly mean to master yourself? It goes beyond sheer willpower or forcing control over your impulses. Buddha teaches us that self-mastery is the art of aligning the mind, body, and actions in harmonious balance. He said, "He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior." This reminds us that the greatest battles are fought within, and winning them leads to genuine strength. Monks embody this wisdom by cultivating awareness of their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, rather than suppressing or denying them. Self-mastery means understanding the deep connections between our mental patterns and daily habits, recognizing how they shape our life experience. Rather than a harsh fight against oneself, self-mastery is a compassionate journey of self-discovery and growth. It is about cultivating habits that reflect your true values and letting go of those that cause suffering or distraction. This deeper alignment creates freedom, resilience, and peace, qualities that monks develop through consistent practice. Begin your journey to self-mastery by observing your thoughts and actions without judgment. Notice patterns that support your goals and those that hinder them. This awareness is the foundation upon which you can build disciplined, mindful habits that lead to true control over your life. Cultivating awareness of habits. How powerful would it be if simply noticing your habits could start transforming them? Monks teach that awareness is the first and greatest agent of change. Thich Nhat Hanh, a renowned Buddhist teacher, said, "Awareness is the greatest agent for change." This reminds us that before we can master our actions, we must first become deeply aware of our automatic behaviors. Monks practice mindful observation to uncover unconscious habits that often control their actions without their permission. By paying close attention to the triggers and patterns behind their behaviors, they gain insight into which habits serve their well-being and which do not. This awareness is not about self-judgment or criticism. Instead, it's a gentle, curious exploration that opens the door to intentional change. When we become aware of habits that hinder us, such as procrastination, reactivity, or negative thinking, we can begin to consciously choose different responses. Throughout your day, practice mindful awareness by checking in with yourself during routine activities. Notice when habitual reactions arise and observe them without judgment. Ask, "Is this habit helping or harming me?" This simple act of observation creates the foundation for lasting self-mastery, empowering you to gradually reshape your habits and actions with intention. The role of discipline and routine. Imagine building your life on a foundation so steady that distractions and doubts lose their power. For monks, discipline and routine are that foundation, creating a structure that supports self-mastery and focused living. Buddha said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." This teaches us that consistent practice rather than sporadic effort leads to true mastery. Monks cultivate discipline by establishing daily rituals that align with their values and goals. These routines reduce decision fatigue, conserve mental energy, and foster momentum. Instead of relying on motivation alone, which can fluctuate, they depend on the power of habit to sustain their actions. Through repeated mindful practice, discipline becomes second nature. It strengthens their ability to stay focused even during challenges and prevents the mind from wandering into distractions. This consistency builds resilience and confidence, essential qualities for mastering one's life. Start small by creating a daily routine with 1 or 2 consistent habits related to your goals, such as morning meditation or a focused work session. Stick to these rituals regardless of motivation. Over time, your discipline will grow, creating a steady path towards self-mastery and greater control over your life. Managing temptations and distractions. Have you ever wondered how monks stay so focused despite living in the same noisy, distracting world as everyone else? The secret lies in their ability to manage temptations and distractions with calm awareness. Buddha wisely said, "The mind is restless and difficult to restrain, but it is subdued by practice." This reminds us that focus is a skill cultivated through consistent effort. Monks use mindfulness to recognize when distractions arise, observing them without judgment rather than reacting impulsively. They develop mental resilience by practicing concentration techniques, helping them stay grounded even amid temptations that pull attention away from their path. Reducing distractions isn't about rigid avoidance, but about conscious choices. Monks simplify their environment and habits, limiting exposure to unnecessary stimuli. This intentional living nurtures clarity, allowing them to invest energy in meaningful activities. When you notice distractions or urges to procrastinate, pause and take a few mindful breaths. Acknowledge the distraction without engaging it, then gently return your focus to the task at hand. Gradually, this practice strengthens your ability to resist temptations and maintain sustained attention, enhancing your self-mastery and productivity. The power of patience and persistence. What if patience was the quiet force behind every great achievement? Monks understand that self-mastery is not a quick fix, but a lifelong journey, requiring patience and persistence. Buddha taught, "Patience is the highest asceticism." This insight highlights how embracing patience nurtures resilience and steady progress. Monks don't expect instant results. They embrace gradual growth through consistent practice. When faced with setbacks or challenges, they respond with calm acceptance rather than frustration or giving up. This persistence allows them to overcome obstacles without losing sight of their path. Patience also cultivates self-compassion, recognizing that mastery takes time and that mistakes are part of learning. Rather than rushing or forcing change, monks allow growth to unfold naturally, strengthening their inner resolve. When you feel impatient with your progress, take a moment to breathe deeply and remind yourself that change takes time. Commit to small, steady steps toward your goals and treat setbacks as valuable lessons. Cultivating patience and persistence will build lasting self-mastery and help you stay grounded on your journey. Self-compassion in the journey. Why is being kind to yourself crucial when trying to master your habits? Monks teach that self-compassion is a vital companion on the path to self-mastery. The Dalai Lama said, "Be kind whenever possible. It is always possible." This gentle kindness helps soothe the inner critic and creates a supportive environment for growth. Self-mastery isn't about harsh discipline or relentless self-judgment. Instead, it involves recognizing that setbacks and mistakes are natural and opportunities to learn. Monks balance firmness with tenderness, treating themselves with patience rather than condemnation. This compassionate attitude reduces fear and resistance, making it easier to stay committed to positive change. It also nurtures resilience by helping monks bounce back from difficulties without losing confidence. When you notice self-criticism creeping in, pause and consciously replace it with kind, encouraging words. Practice loving-kindness meditation focused on yourself. Embrace mistakes as part of your growth and remind yourself that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. This balance of discipline and compassion strengthens your journey toward true self-mastery. Aligning actions with values. Have you ever noticed how effortless life feels when your actions align with your deepest values? Monks understand that true self-mastery grows from living authentically and purposefully. Buddha taught, to enjoy good health, to bring true happiness to one's family, to bring peace to all, one must first discipline and control one's own mind. This highlights the power of aligning mind and actions with what truly matters. Monks regularly reflect on their core values and ensure their daily behaviors support these principles. This alignment creates inner harmony and reduces internal conflict, making it easier to maintain discipline and focus. When actions mirror values, motivation flows naturally, and confidence strengthens. Living with integrity also deepens self-trust. Monks don't just follow rules, they embody their beliefs through consistent, mindful practice. This congruence between thought and deed is the foundation of lasting self-mastery. Take time to identify your core values and write them down. Throughout your day, check if your actions support these values. When you notice misalignment, gently adjust your behavior to reflect what matters most. This ongoing practice helps you live with authenticity, creating a strong, grounded sense of self-mastery. The journey of lifelong learning. What if mastering yourself meant embracing a lifelong journey of growth and learning? Monks recognize that self-mastery is not a destination, but an ongoing practice that evolves with time. Buddha said, "An idea that is developed and put into action is more important than an idea that exists only as an idea." This teaches us that continuous learning and application shape true mastery. Monks commit to studying their minds, emotions, and the nature of reality throughout their lives. They seek wisdom not just through books, but through daily experience, reflection, and mindful practice. This humility to keep learning prevents complacency and fuels personal transformation. Viewing self-mastery as a dynamic journey encourages patience and openness. It invites us to remain curious about ourselves and our habits, constantly refining and deepening our understanding. This mindset fosters resilience and growth even in the face of challenges. Adopt a beginner's mind. Stay curious and open to new insights about yourself and your habits. Commit to regular reflection, study, or mentorship that supports your growth. Remember, self-mastery is a lifelong path, and each day offers new opportunities to learn and evolve toward greater freedom and peace. Self-mastery is a lifelong journey that blends awareness, discipline, patience, and compassion. By adopting the mindful habits monks practice, from cultivating awareness and routine to embracing imperfection and aligning actions with values, you can take control of your life with clarity and calm. Start today by integrating these principles into your daily routine. If this video inspired you, subscribe to Monk Mindset for more guidance on mastering your mind, habits, and life with wisdom and strength. Your journey to true self-mastery begins now.